What's up, everyone? That was the regular session bell that just rang. So it's 4 p.m. Eastern. Welcome to the stream. Streaming on the Discord, of course. What's going on, Rod, Chris M, Duco, Nuclearite, Ready, Ro? Good to see you. Welcome, everyone. Also streaming on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch. But we're going to be watching the price reaction to the WD-40 earnings. And yes, that is the household brand WD-40. They do have a ticker that's traded on exchanges. So it's ticker symbol WDFC. Currently trading at they closed the regular session at $219.64 per share. So they're going to report at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. So we got about 5 more minutes here. Let's take a quick look at the heat map today. Very bullish day in the markets today. I was noticing this morning too. The VIX was red. It's green. VIX is green now, so just something to keep note. But 10-year yield was red basically all day, and the DXY, the dollar index, was red basically all day, and the S&P green, Nasdaq green, and the Dow all green, gained over 1% today. So it was really nice to see in the morning. That pretty much held true all day. It was a strong trending day today. Day like today are the days that we're basically going long on the pullbacks, right? So beautiful trending day. The trending days is where we make most of our money once you've got some experience and practice, and these truly are the days. The statistic is like we usually get one trending day out of every 20 trading days. Usually there's a solid trend day. So, we don't have to trade every day of the year, but if you can catch one of these trending days and play it right, you make enough money for the week or the month or however it is you trade. Getting a little bit of volatility on WD-40 here. Again, they report at 4:05 p.m. Eastern, so got about another 3 minutes. I'm going to zoom into the 1 minute chart here on TradingView and just keep my eye on it. Back to the heat map. Microsoft nice and green. NVIDIA had a great day. Apple up 1.67%. Google up almost 1%. Meta nice and green. Tesla, I mean, just lots of green all over the place. Financial sector kind of took a little bit of a hit. Not so much the actual bigger banks like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citi. There was a little bit of red there. Wells Fargo was down 0.4%. Citi was green 0.4%. Bank of America green. JP Morgan slightly red. So kind of a mixed bag with the actual banks, but the credit services were definitely some big red pockets here in the credit services area for the financial sector. So Visa was down 1%. It's $262 stock. So, 1%, it's a pretty good red day for them. And then MasterCard down 2.67% over a $400 stock. So that's a pretty good red day for them. But other than that, basically bullish, in the markets. Just kind of taking a quick peek at the sector information. We got about 2 more minutes for WD-40 earnings, so I'm going to go back to the sticks here in a second. But obviously a risk on day. There is some risk off stuff sprinkled in here, but it's hard to kind of just say it's 100% risk on day. Like every single sector was green today. Okay, but the top of the pack, of course, you got tech at the top. Followed by basic materials and healthcare. So it's kind of a mixture of risk on and risk off stocks, but basically everything was green today. So super bullish day on all 3 indexes. So that was nice to see. Of course, it's an election year, and we got the election coming up in another 4 months or so. But anyways, economic calendar. Powell was testifying to the House committee and the Senate. This morning was the House, and yesterday was the Senate, and he got grilled by some senators pretty good. He actually almost kind of sounded like he was arguing with Senator Warren. She was giving him hell. So that was interesting to see their back and forth like that live on TV. But anyways, tomorrow morning, initial jobless claims, and basically tomorrow and Friday is all going to be all inflation data based. Okay, so That's what we got tomorrow on Friday, and Fed's definitely wanting to see what those inflation numbers are. So that does be your market movers for tomorrow on Friday is going to be inflation based, basically. Okay, it's 4:05 p.m. Eastern. Let me go back to the sticks and see what WD-40 is doing. They didn't really have much volume today. I mean, their average 30-day volume is only 83,000. Today, they had 188,000 volume, but in the grand scheme of things, low volume. Okay, you can kind of see on TradingView on the smaller time frames, it was just real, like kind of sporadic, lots of gaps in the smaller time frames. That's what you get when we got low volume, and that's what happened. But they're sitting here at $231 a share. Let me go to Webull real quick. I just want to look at it here and just kind of look at the order book. Okay, so there's a 15-minute candle. Let me go to 1 minute. Yeah, there's just not a lot of volume. I kind of figured it might be like this. Technically, their earnings should be out by now. Let me see if I can get some data on the actual earnings, and then I can post that for everyone because this stream was going over WD-40 earnings data and the price reaction to that data. So let me just pull my other screen up here and get this typed in and see what they announced here. All right, let me see. Okay, got earnings whispers stuff there. Okay, the consensus EPS for the quarter is $1.27 against $1.38 year over year. Kind of fun fact, WD-40 was established in 1953. Okay, so they've been around for a while, and basically everyone knows the name WD-40, and that's basically what they do, and it's become a staple in households over the last 6 decades, basically. So they do other stuff outside of WD-40. They function as a global marketing organization, and they're known for their innovation approach to products, distributing them through channels linked to hardware, automotive, industrial sectors, of course, and the portfolio well-regarded brands, including 1001 Lava and Solvol. So if you're familiar with those products. Someone calling my office line. Let me go ahead and mute them until after the stream. So anyways, let me see if we got some. Now going into this earnings, I did notice some pretty good support around 212 a share. Some level to the downside for WD-40. Look around 212 if there is a negative reaction. But so far we're getting a positive reaction. Now I'm looking at the order book, and we do got some orders on the bid here in the 230s. So this so far is definitely a positive reaction, up about 6.5%, over $14 a share. They're up here in after hours. So I don't want to talk too soon, but it's looking like a congratulations to the bulls if anyone played this, had a long position. But yeah, they're kind of hovering around $15 a share gain in after hours here, and it looks like it still wants to go. Do got a buy side imbalance on the order book, so that's always good for bullish momentum. RSI on this 1 minute chart sitting in the 80s, so nice and strong there. Let me refresh my other screen and see if we got some actual data here. Give me 1 second. Okay, getting some data here. We can kind of go over this. So their total net sales were 155 million. Now this data is coming from AlphaSense, pretty good source there. And we'll kind of pull this over so everyone can see here. So total net sales were 155 million. It's an increase of 9% compared to the prior year fiscal quarter. So that's good news. And obviously getting a positive reaction to this data so far. Diluted earnings per share were $1.46 compared to $1.38 in the prior fiscal quarter. So, that's good. We got an increase in EPS there. Net income was 19.8 million. So that's great net income. So the company is profitable. We always want to see these companies, if they were profitable, we want to see them continue to be profitable as they're releasing earnings. So they're obviously still and we'll go over the balance sheet and income statement here in a second, but so net income 19.8 million, increase of 5% from prior year fiscal quarter. So we got some growth there, right? Got some growth on the bottom line, the net income. I love that. Total maintenance product sales were 147.2 million, increase of 10% compared to the prior year fiscal quarter. So year over year numbers are looking pretty decent here. Of course, we'll have to maybe dig a little deeper and see what the forecast was for the year over year numbers and stuff like that. But a couple of notes from the higher ups in WD-40. We delivered another strong quarter with record sales driven by robust volume growth across all three of our trade blocks, said Steve Brass, WD-40 Company's president and CEO. Our maintenance product sales achieved impressive growth over 10% for both the third quarter and year to date, aligning with our established long-term growth objectives. So pretty strong statements there. Additionally, we made significant progress across all four of our must-win battles, including experiencing a strong start in our newest direct market, Brazil. Okay, so they got a newer direct market down there in Brazil. So they're obviously, got tree branches all over the place. Overall, we are satisfied with our performance and remain confident in our ability to consistently deliver sustainable, profitable growth. So solid statement by the CEO, and they got the data to back it up. So you can kind of, we're going to take a look at their financials leading up to this earnings, but solid data coming up by WD-40, and their share price is reflecting that, up over $15 per share in after hours, about 6.8% up in after hours because of that earnings data. So that's really good stuff there. Let's just take a quick look here. Forecast PE ratio leading into the earnings, 42.88. We could probably cross-check that with some of their peers to see if that's an elevated PE or is it a lower. 42.88, that's a pretty high PE ratio. We can cross-check that with their competitors and see where they stand, kind of determine what's going on with the PE there. But solid positive PE nonetheless. EPS 5.02, very strong there. They even pay a dividend yield, 1.6%, so a little cherry on top for anyone holding this long term. So far, it seems like a really solid company. Free float only 13.33 million, so low float. That's always good. If you're a momentum trader and a bunch of volume comes in, it's not really going to take much volume to really move this thing. Just kind of looking at a bird's eye view, quick glance on the initial fundamental and financial stuff. Solid company all around. They are located in the U.S. and of course specialize in personal and household products and services. I want to look at the balance sheet. Just a little data here. Their debt to asset ratio is only 51%. Really loving that. Well below the 100% threshold that we like to see the debt to asset ratio be below. So only 51% debt to asset ratio means they basically have doubled the assets needed to take care of any liabilities that they have outstanding. So that's really good. Gold star for them there. Income statement, revenue stays pretty constant, around 130 to 140 million for the quarter. Dating back past 5 quarters. But look, that's kind of what I was reading on the data they were releasing. Look at these year over year numbers are all nice and green for the past 5 quarters. So that's kind of what we want to see when we're trying to put confidence to a stock that, we're trying to determine if this is going to be something good to maybe put in our long-term Vanguard account or anything like that, longer-term holdings, right? We really want to look at the year over year numbers and make sure we see growth there. So pretty solid, steady total revenue. Net income, obviously a little more important because we want these companies to be making profit if we're going to be holding them long term. And they consistently pull profits quarter over quarter. So nice there. Year over year numbers, couple red blips here and there. But overall, the main thing for me for net income is I want to see it somewhat stable, which it is. Looks like they kind of have a little bit of range with their net income from like 16 million to like 19 million. So Q2 was 15.54 million. So, but as long as they kind of stay within that range, then I'm usually okay with that. Just goes to show they're consistently pulling a profit every quarter, and that's the most important thing there. Okay. Let me just check the balance sheet one more time because I always like to see kind of property, plant, and equipment line item. Just like to see those numbers. Kind of tells me if they're holding some real estate, some actual hard assets and stuff like that. It's always good if a company has some real estate stuff. And got property, plant, and equipment, 75.54 million. Looks like it stays constant and around the 70 million mark. As quarters go on. So I like seeing that. Cash and equivalents, 55 million cash and equivalents, and it looks like their cash holding has been increasing. If you look at this, Q2 of 2023 was only 37.9 million. Then the following quarter, 38.4, kind of flat there. But the next quarter was 48.14 million, so increased cash holdings by 10 million there, and then increased to 50 and then 55, and then we'll get the new numbers when all this gets posted to Webull later. But you see a trend there. Their cash position is getting stronger, so definitely something good that I like seeing. They got a moderate quant rating. I kind of figured they'd be skewed to quality, sprinkle in a little bit of growth and income, a little bit of momentum there, but this is pretty good quant rating in my book, so I like that. And I'm getting all this from Webull. Anyone can access this, but it's all about kind of how you read the info and digest it and stuff like that. So, then this analyst, take this with a grain of salt on Webull. I mainly like looking at the income statements and the balance sheet. So okay, so that's great. But don't put all your eggs on these analyst ratings on Webull. Like, this is a good example for WD-40. It's only based on 2 analysts, and here's your price target. So, I'd take that with a grain of salt. But if you were to consider it, obviously the current price is below the low price target. So just something to note. But I like getting more info on. Let me go back to the sticks real quick to see what it's. Okay, it's holding up there in the 230, the high 230s. So definitely this bullish move is holding. Probably go back to the Webull chart here. I'm on the 1-minute chart. Just draw a Fibonacci just to kind of get an idea what a 25% retrace might be. Put it like right there at the top. So basically mid 230s. Looks like it on the first initial pump, it did pull back a little bit. That'd probably be around 25%, but got another leg up. It actually hit the low 240s, and now it's kind of coming down a little bit. But again, this is on very low volume. Okay, so we're getting a lot of spotty price action here. But overall, as long as I see orders on the bid in the 230s, obviously this move should hold up, and maybe some more people will pile into the trade because of this data that came out. But just wanted to take a quick peek at, let me close that ad down. Wow, we got over 430 people tuning in. Welcome. I'm over here blabbing my mouth. I didn't realize there's 430 people here. Got a nice handful in Discord. I'm assuming the bulk of the people are on Twitter, Discord, or Twitch, or what have you. But coming into this earnings, the forecast EPS was $1.27, revenue 576 million. They were trading below the anchored VWAP going into this earnings, so looks like the anchored VWAP was probably maybe a little bit below 230 according to this graph. So looks like they'll be trading above their anchored VWAP come tomorrow if this move holds up. Let's see here. Yeah, not too many analysts are giving their opinion about WD-40. Even TipRanks only has 1 analyst rating. So again, hold that with a grain of salt there. But just looking at maybe the past 10 earnings, they've been on a nice hot streak, since April of 2023, over a year ago. They've been on a really good hot streak, beating EPS. So that's nice to see that they're continuing in a positive direction. Before that, they did have some quarters where they didn't meet the forecast EPS, but nonetheless, the EPS was still positive, something to keep note. Even though the growth wasn't there to meet the forecast, but still very much a positive number, over $1 for EPS for 10 consecutive earnings. So I like looking at data like that. Helps us gauge our confidence level with the company, and we got to make sure these companies we're investing in are good companies. If they're not good companies, they're biotech companies, therapeutic companies, pharmaceutical companies. We're only day trading those. Like quick in and out with the scalps type deal. But no, I don't trust those types of companies. And even outside of those types of companies, got to deep dive into the balance sheets and income statements and see if they're actually pulling a profit. If they're not pulling a profit, why? It's obviously they have low margins. If that's happening, what are they doing to increase their margins? And it's just stuff we got to look at before we put our hard-earned money and investing in some of these companies, right? Kind of a mixed bag as far as what the price was one day after their past 4 earnings. So, just kind of on a little flip cycle here. July 10th, 2023, when they reported, they were up 18% the next day. So they were trading around 190 bucks. The very next day, they were in the 220s. That was a solid positive reaction on that day. Then on October 19th, they were basically flat. Okay. They were trading at 202 before the announcement. Then one day after the announcement, flat, 202, right? And then earlier this year, when they reported Q4 of last year, they obviously reported that in Q1 of this year. Solid green day the next day. They went from 234 to 270. And the most recent earnings before today, they were red the next day. They lost about $20 a share, down 8%. But isn't it funny? It's kind of holding trend here. We get the reaction was green, then it was red, then green, then red, and today we're getting a green reaction. So there's a little bit of a pattern going on there. Probably something to do with forward guidance and meeting expectations and stuff. So they're just kind of flip-flopping from green to red after these earnings. Today is looking like it's going to be green day for them, or at least one day after their earnings announcement, they're going to have solid gain there. So they're now up $20 a share in after hours, trading at $240.25, up 9.33% in after hours. So definitely solid positive reaction to WD-40's earnings. Love to see it. Congrats to the bulls. I mean, the data's out. It looks like this moves. It's looking like it's going to hold. So pop a Fibonacci from the low before the pump to the high. If it starts pulling back, and you kind of get some good levels from a bird's eye view that you want to kind of see hold. One of the ones I like to see hold, especially looking for continuation, is the 25% retrace. A lot of times when we get these rallies and pumps and spikes from catalysts, it's healthy price action to see something pull back 25% of the run, and then maybe bounce from there and continue to make new highs for continuation. So I like watching the 25. We see that 25% retrace a lot. So I like using that level. And then if it does fail 25%, don't really care too much about 38% and 50%, but 61% retracement for all of you mathematical gurus out there, that's an important level. So from here moving forward, of course, we want to see the mid 230s hold. That'll put us right around 25%. So it's trading at 241 right now. So levels to the downside, mid 230s for sure. Would love to see that hold. And better yet, if we get a bounce, I'd be looking for continuation of break of this high in after hours for sure. 25% doesn't hold, which is the mid 230s. I'd basically be looking the high 220s. You could probably call it 228 to 230. We want to see that zone hold for sure. Because if not, more than likely you're going to see 100% retrace back to before it initially started rallying. So just a couple levels to the downside to keep in mind, easy to remember type deals there. But with that said, it looks like we got our reaction on WD-40. Obviously, bullish reaction. We now have over 500 people tuning in. Hope everyone had a good day trading today. I know we did over here in the Discord. I did some live trading with our lifetime members during the middle of the day. We had some live trading this morning. I think we did some live trading with the free members too a little bit. But it's been a good day. The week's halfway over. Again, tomorrow and Friday we got inflation data, so just be aware of that. Either CPI is tomorrow, which is Consumer Price Index. And then we got CPI's sibling, which is PPI, Producers Price Index. Sometimes we see a move for CPI. Other times we get the CPI data and for whatever reason, investors want to wait for the PPI to get the full picture. And then we see the move at PPI. So just be on the lookout, obviously, for a move tomorrow morning or Friday morning. I could see the market making a move there, especially the S&P, right? So that's what we got in WD-40, bullish reaction. Congrats to the bulls. I had fun chatting with everyone, went over some fundamental financial stuff, income statement, balance sheet, PE ratio, EPS, dividend info, stuff like that. It's been fun. But before I end the stream, let's just take a quick look. We got over, going up to almost 600 people now. Welcome. We got a party going on now. So I just wanted to pull over some of the profits that the members are getting in our group. I'll pull my screen over here in a second. Looks like I missed a bunch of profit. Wow. Let's see. Okay, so this is Pookie, one of our analysts. This is his Rags to Riches program, and a lot of members are making some really good, consistent gains on their accounts using that program. Let's just kind of scroll up a little bit. This was earlier this afternoon. Nice gain. Bam. Shout out to Bam94. Let me give you some emojis. You had a sweet trade there on KZIA, 245% banger. Let's go. The doctor. Yes, I love seeing plays from profit from the doctor, because me and him have been trading spreads for a long time now. And it's always good to see that he's still making some decent profit. This looks like probably a 30% winner there. So congrats to Dodger. Let me give you some emojis on that one. So we do a mixture. I mainly do spreads in the Discord. I'm the spread trader. I also do a lot of options selling to open options. So I do a lot of contract writing. I do a lot of short strangles on stocks. Similar to an iron condor, if you will, but I'm basically trapping the price of a stock in the middle, and I sell calls above it and sell cash secured puts below it. In essence, creating a short strangle. I'm strangling the stock and making double income. So I target weekly and monthly income with my trades. But we have other analysts that strictly do option day trading in the morning. That'd be Ethan. So if all you do is day trade options in the morning, I know traders, they just trade for the first hour or two and they're done for the day. Boom, and go spend time with your family or whatever you want to do. But if that's what you do, then you want to go see Ethan. He's our analyst that day trades in the morning, the options. If all you do is trade equity, maybe you don't even mess with options, because I know a lot of people that just trade stock, like you got dividend hunters and stuff like that. If that's you only swing trade stock, you want to go see Mad Maverick. His name is Lee. In real life, he goes by Lee. But Mad Maverick on the Discord, that's who you want to go see if you just want to swing trade stock. And he's always got some great plays there. We got a great technical analysis coach. He's probably the best technical analysis trader I've ever met. He goes by Bitcoin J or J. So got a lot of great stuff there. Let's go through some more of this profit, because I kind of have to catch up here because I missed some of this. Bam, okay, with another trade on KZIA. Tick Breezy, 121% on TSLL. That's a nice one. I'll give you an emoji on that. Zach's Lizards, he's always pulling in great profit. VRPX, 43%. We do have some losers, and I'll show you all some losers here. Full transparency, I'll show you the recaps. I'm not here just to show profit, but I just like looking at the money the members are making here. Here's Zach again at LGBN. Looks like he probably had multiple trades on that. Very nice, Zach. You had a great day today. Let me see, port right here. Okay, so yep, it's got open profit and loss here, $83. Very nice. Up $19 or up 2% on this smaller account today. That's great. You don't need home runs. You get a bunch of 2%ers consistently. Your portfolio is going to grow. Trust me. Okay, over time, be just fine. Congrats to Vans. 1 month over the past month, pulled in 1,000. I like to see it. Give you some emojis, Vans. Congratulations. That's a solid month. Tony B with a Tesla trade. Ooh, I like that one. I'll give you some emojis on that. Anyways, looks like I'm running out of time here. I just wanted to show you some of that, but let's go to the recaps. Because I want to show you the this is basically from our other analysts, and yeah, here's a loser right here. This was on the triple Qs, trip Qs, 495 put, took 20% loss on that, but obviously made up for it on these other trades. Bryce has been doing real good lately. Solid trades by all the other analysts. ADEX top and profit, hitting some nice hits there. Another solid recap on that day. These are just some of the other analysts that we have that do alert trades, but I just wanted to show you that we do have losers. Here's another loser on Amazon, lost 20% on that, but you can see all the other trades were pretty fantastic there. So anyways, just wanted to kind of give everyone a peek underneath the hood of the Discord. If you're looking for a new home, come join us. There's a link in the description. You can join for free just to get started. Like I say, we do live trading with the free members every week. So you can kind of just get a taste for the free section. If you like it, then you can come join the party on the premium side. But we have a lot of fun. We don't put up with no drama. If we see a member disrespecting someone or just being out of line, we don't put up with that, and they're gone. We're here to make money. We're here to treat it as a business, which is what we should be doing, treating it as a business, right? So anyways, link in the description if you're interested. I had a lot of fun streaming with everybody, and I usually do this once a week for the earnings. It's typically on a Wednesday. There just wasn't too many big companies reporting this week, so I figured, hey, we can go over WD-40 and maybe talk about some other things. But yeah, be on the lookout next week. Probably next Wednesday, I'll be back for another earnings stream. And yeah, it's been great hanging out. Hope everyone has a good night. And if you end up joining the group, I look forward to meeting you. Cheers, y'all. Have a good night.